which is to become success in life. And secondly, to enjoy the pleasure of that success. Only the wisest of mankind achieve the second. We labor, we struggle, we aspire. What happens after we acquired? We discovered that we want more, and so we begin again. The eyes never satisfy with seeing, neither does the ear full of hearing. As our leg cover the miles, we discover that there are more miles to go. The dancer that dances best is he who is not aware that he is being watched. As much as possible, be yourself. Be who you are. Welcome to Success Digest, where we analyze and discuss those ingredients required for your financial independence, enabling you to live a life of abundance and prosperity. My name is Kayode Enrighton, the publisher of Success Digest video series and the journals, and the CEO, Kenny's Consult Limited, a financial service firm that is based in London. I'm going to discuss with you today on the topic, your two pursuits in life. Your two pursuits in life. To pursue is to seek to attain or accomplish a goal over a long period. It is to seek with the expectation to achieve. It is to follow or to chase something or someone. So far, the very completeness of success requires various aspects of life. No one woman formula will show every side of it. What really satisfies a soul? A soul satisfaction is deeply personal and multifaceted. It is generally involves having inner peace and finding your purpose in life. The pursuit of that purpose and goal with passion brings fulfillment in things that resonate with your values and your belief. It is not the accumulation of material possessions or just engaging in fleeting pleasures that brings satisfaction, but the means by which they are acquired. That is why mere accumulation of material wealth does not give you peace of mind, except when acquired through the sweat of your labor. Because we get more satisfaction by being interested in the race rather than the goal. For the pleasure is in the pursuit rather than the possession of the goal. This explains why riches acquired through big wealth can never be satisfying as those that are acquired through self-making. He who has never suffered lives but half life. He who never failed has never strove or sought. He who never weep is stranger to a laugh. He who never doubted has never thought. The glory is in the doing and not in the trophy won. Making money has always been the primary pursuit of mankind, and the main purpose is for the individual to live his or her life in pleasure, to enjoy the money that was made. Money is an effect, not a cause. It is a servant, not a master. It is a means, not an end. The true happiness of the possessor of money is directly proportional to the sources of it. The true value is therefore not in its utility, but in its exchange. You are just the custodian of your wealth for the benefit of mankind. You make money in life by making money for others, and this is a fact that a selfish minded person does not know. What benefits one must benefit others for its impact to become recognizable and obvious. When we consider the small addition made by wealth to the happiness of the possessor, we find that the true value consists not in its utility but in its exchange. This exchange value means it's a medium for securing the things of real value whereby our ideas may be realized. Wealth should then never be desired as an end, but simply as a means of accomplishing an end. Success is contingent upon a higher idea than the mere accumulation of riches, and you who aspire to such success must formulate an idea for which he is willing to strive. With such an idea in mind, the ways and means can and will be provided, but the mistake must not be made of substituting the means for the end. There must be a definite fixed purpose. There must be an idea. Premature wealth or position cannot be retained unless it is earned. We get only what we give, and those who try to get without giving always find that the law of compensation is relentlessly bringing about an exact equilibrium. We always race to have money and other mere symbols of power, but with understanding of the true source of power, we can afford to ignore the symbols and pursue the real source. The man with a large bank account finds it unnecessary to load his pockets down with gold. So it is with the man who has found the true source of power. He is no longer interested in its charms or pretensions. Enjoying the pleasure of success starts with having job satisfaction in whatever endeavors you are engaged in. A man is most efficient and will more quickly and easily succeed when engaged in work that he has job satisfaction, simply because it brings peace of mind to the man doing the job. Whenever the element of peace of mind enters into the countenance of a person doing a task, the quality of the work becomes immediately improved and the quantity increased without a corresponding increase in the fatigue caused by the work. Hours of labor do not drag on in the hand of those who are happy at their work. Those who work for money alone and who receive for their pay nothing but money are always underpaid, no matter how much they receive. They lose out on the happiness, the joy, and pride that elude them for working for money alone. The joy of creating a work of art is a joy that cannot be replaced by money or material possession. That joy only comes when you are happy at your work and you are at the best of it. Job satisfaction is a gift from God. Unfortunately, lack of contentment has robbed many of the pleasure inherited in the success already achieved by the job undertaken by many. The belief that the grass is sweeter on the other side of the fence makes the jackass stretches its neck to get it, whereas all what the jackass need to do is to step back. It will then discover that it is already standing on a greener and sweeter grass. Put a crowd of boys into an apple orchard and they will ignore the nice mellow apples on the ground and be tempted by the red juicy ones hanging dangerously on the top of the tree. The happily married man will still make a sheepish glance at the daintily dressed lady on the street and wish to be the fortunate husband, whereas his wife at home is more virtuous. It takes the spirit of contentment to realize that a mountain afar looks beautiful, but the moment you draw near, you realize it is nothing but wretched collection of rocks, dirt, and trees. It is like a pineapple, beautiful afar off, but inside it is full of thorn. We are never satisfied with what we have. Like a child, we hold a toy, drop it, and convert the toy in the hand of another child. Other things, one thing the covetous will never know is peace of mind. The avaricious and the covetous person may amass a great fortune in material wealth, but the real happiness will have eluded him, for he will have sold his soul for a mess of pottage in the bargain. Contentment with patience is a good gain. We are always chasing money. We are always chasing power, health, abundance, and peace of mind. We fail to realize that these are effects and can only come when the cause is found. Principle of cause and effect has never failed. If you want the river to be clean, purify the source. That brought me to a story narrated by late Napoleon Hill, which really brings out perfectly the points which I've been sharing with you on this job satisfaction. Some years ago, a group of socialists organized a colony in Louisiana, purchased several hundreds of acres of farmland, and started to work out an idea which they believe will give them greater happiness in life and fear of the worries through a system that provided each person with work at the sort of labor he likes best. They pay no wages to anyone. Each person did the work he liked best, and the product of their combined labors became the property of all. They had their own dairy, they owned their own brick making plant, their own cattle, poultry. They had their schools and a printing plant through which they published a paper. A gentleman from Minnesota joined the colony, and at his own request, he was placed at the work in the printing plant. Very soon, he complained that he did not like the work, so he was changed and put to work on the farm, operating a tractor. 2 days of this was all he could stand, so he again applied for a transfer and was assigned to the dairy. He could not get along with the cows, so he was some more changed to the laundry, where he lasted but 1 day. One by one, he tried every job on the works, but liked none of them. It had begun to look as if he did not fit in any with the cooperative ideas of living, so he was about to withdraw when someone happened to think of one job he had not tried, and that was in the brick plant. So he was given a wheelbarrow and put to work wheeling bricks from the skins and stacking them in piles. In the brickyard, a few time went by and no complaint was registered by him. They just suited the sweetest nature. He worked alone at a task which called for no thought and placed upon him no responsibility, which was just what he wanted. He remained at the job until all the bricks had been wheeled out and stacked, then withdraw from the colony because there was no more brick work to be done. This was what he said when the colony member met him some months later. The nice job done ban finish. So I yank and bank and go back Minnesota. Back to Minnesota he went. When a man is engaged in work that gives him job satisfaction, it is no hardship for him to do more work and better work than that for which he is paid. For this reason, every man owes it to himself to do his best to find the sort of work he likes best. I have the right to offer this advice to you for the reason that I have followed it myself and without reason to regret having done so. The man who engages in work that he loves best does not always have the support of his choice of his closest relatives and friends. Seldom, if ever, can one hope to engage in the work one loves best without meeting some obstacles of some nature, chiefly because it may not be the work which brings the greatest remuneration at the start. To offset this disadvantage, however, the one who engages in the sort of work he loves best is generally rewarded with two very decisive benefits. Namely, first, he usually finds such work the greatest of all reward, which is happiness, which is priceless. And secondly, his actual reward in money, when averaged over a very long time of effort, is generally much greater for the reason that labor which is performed in the spirit of love is usually greater in quantity and finer in quality than that which is performed solely for money. You have been underpaid if you work solely for money, simply because you miss out from the greatest reward, which is happiness. As much as possible, be yourself. You have to be yourself to become who you are. I'm stopping here, but if you are interested in more discussions on this topic or any of my previous videos, please feel free to contact us at Kennis Consult Limited and allow us to discuss with you more enlightenments and ingredients needed for becoming financially independent. We are the financial experts that specializes in financial management. We will invest your funds on financial instruments for you at the stock exchange and manage it for you thereafter. Let us continue to travel together on this journey of success through the path of wisdom, to be informed, to be transformed, and not to be formed, to be deformed. My name still remains Kayode Enright, and I can be reached or 07427942000 or 0795175 Better still, visit our website, kennisconsultlimited.uk, kennisconsultlimited.uk. If you are blessed by this video, please subscribe to it, share it, and like it. Also, visit our blog on YouTube for more of our videos. Please enjoy yourself.
Welcome to Success Digest, where you obtain ingredients for your financial abundance and financial wellness and be fully financially independent. Let us travel together on this our journey of success through the path of wisdom. To be informed is to be transformed. Not to be informed is to be deformed. Success Digest leads you to financial independence.